Josh turns his whole body towards me and says, I lost it all. What up, y'all?
Josh and Isi here once again with
Another quality video. So we are back with another story time Sunday. As y'all can tell by today's title, we are talking about the first time we ever took a trip together. Our first ever boyfriend, girlfriend. Would you call it a vacation?
I think.
I don't know.
It was us on vacation. You were bae. It's a vacation.
Alright, so we're going to be discussing our very first vacation with you guys. It's actually funny because we went on the trip a month after I started YouTube, but we didn't vlog any of it. So I kind of wish, thinking back now, like we would have had a little something here, something there. But anyway, we'll paint the picture for you guys. But before we hop into this,
if you are new to Quality Crew, to start things out, there's a button down at the bottom of your screen that looks just like this, okay? Go ahead and hit that button. It costs you nothing to hit that button, and it helps us out, so just do us a solid and hit that button real quick. Then, if you're digging the vibe, watch the video, right? If you're digging...
No, they feel the vibe, but now... Actually, they probably felt an intense vibe there. I'm sorry if that was a little too intense.
It's a whole different vibe.
I'm just saying. They know that we're quality though.
You need some water?
They know.
Thirsty for the subscribe, girl. Alright, so look, all you gotta do is watch the video. If you're feeling the vibe, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then there's a bell button right next to it that notifies you every time we post, because we post very often. So we are gonna go ahead and hop into this. This is March 2016. We are
spring break.
Officially past 1 year of a relationship.
Yes. So for those who don't know, our anniversary is in February. Yeah, so junior year, spring break, we decided to go to
Las Vegas.
Josh had just turned 21 the month prior, and I had turned 21 in September. So finally, we were both 21. We was feeling ourselves. We like, we legal adults out here, okay?
What's up?
So it's crazy because it was actually very, very, very last minute. Maybe like 2 weeks before the trip, last minute. Because I had indoor nationals for track. I forgot where that was. I don't remember where it was at.
Somewhere in Michigan, I think.
Alright, but yeah, anyway, so we had just bought the tickets, the plane ticket and the airfare right before indoor nationals. But the thing is, we were broke college students. I did have a summer job as well as Josh. You worked at the Boys and Girls Club, and I worked as, like, you know, the person that you go in the grocery store, they give you a sample. I was that person. So we had a little bit of money saved up, but we weren't balling at all. We ended up actually going on Groupon. For the record, if you want just kind of like a cheap, inexpensive dates or vacations, staycations, whatever you want, go to Groupon if you know the money's a little bit tight. There's a lot of things you can do via Groupon. Even your birthday this past year took you to the gun range. That was through Groupon. But anyway, so yeah, we went on Groupon, found the hotel that we stayed at. It was Bally's Las Vegas. That is our hotel. I feel like we wouldn't feel right if we don't stay there locally.
Yeah, honestly, we stayed there. We've gone twice and we've stayed there both times
because it was so nice.
Both times have been a good experience.
I want to say that it was only like $55 low key.
Yeah.
I think it was $55 a night. And I know that can seem kind of like shady, almost motel energy, but Vegas just operates differently, and you can catch different sales depending on what time you're going out there. Because remember, our spring break was a week before D1 schools and like stuff. Yeah. So if we would have went that week, it would have been way more expensive. But they had a little deal going on, so we stayed for like a week, $55 a night, and I forgot how much the flights were, but we found a pretty decent price for that too. For flights, for airfare and hotel total, we probably paid...
Flight and hotel, probably around $600.
So the funny thing, well, I'll let you tell this part about, because my mom knew that we were going.
Okay, so everybody was aware that we were going except for my parents. My parents were kind of strict, y'all.
You're just gonna be honest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it that way. My parents were kind of strict at the time, and at the time I was definitely afraid to tell them that I was about to leave the state for spring break, because they thought that I was staying around for football.
The campus, yeah. He told them that he was gonna stay at his dorm and work on football stuff. I
said that I was staying at the dorms to work on football. We were gonna run some 7-on-7s, and so my parents were like, all right, cool. Meanwhile, we had plotted on our own to kind of make her mother the emergency
person who knew that we were going. Like, she didn't really know that Josh's parents weren't informed of what we were doing for spring break.
Yeah.
She just knew that she knew. that's what we were doing.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's that childish stuff where kids, and we were 21, honestly,
we really had no business going to Vegas because we couldn't afford it.
We had an amazing time.
We did have an amazing time though, which is why I don't regret it.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of funny because we booked the trip and stuff before Indoor Nationals, and his parents had came to support me and cheer me on at Nationals. And I remember in particular, like after I was done competing, we were talking to them and they were asking you, so you coming home for spring break? And then that's when you were like,
I was like,
I'm gonna stay back.
I'm sticking back, you know. Some stuff that needs to happen at the school and stuff like that. Big old lie.
Oh, it was a big lie.
We're really lucky that nothing happened on that trip to where I would need to call them, like we got stuck or anything. And that's the one thing I was worried about on that flight. I was like, I just pray nothing goes wrong. That
was our actual first time either one of us had left the state without our parents, gone on an airplane or anything, just 100% by ourselves as adults. So that process in itself was very interesting. We laugh about it now, but back then it was not funny. So something so simple that tripped us up was our bags. So we didn't know there was a baggage fee. Why? I don't know. We was on some dumb college kid stuff. But we just thought we booked the hotel, we booked the flights, we're Gucci.
I thought that was it. I thought that was like, we made it. At that point, like, I thought that the price of the flight included the bag. But then when we got there, they said, oh no, the bag is $40. So I was like, $40? But then in my head, I was like, okay, maybe $40 isn't that bad.
For round trip, because our flight was round trip.
Round trip, right?
Keep that in mind. Anyway, so we get to the airport. My mom dropped us off. The best McDonald's ever, y'all, is airport McDonald's. I kid you not, it is so fresh. It is quality.
So
okay,
fresh.
So I got a cheeseburger, yada yada yada, got on the plane, boarded the flight, landed, and I don't remember if Ubers or Lyfts were around at that time. Maybe they weren't as booming, but for some reason we took a taxi. That was both our, was that your first time in a taxi?
No.
Okay, it was my first time in a taxi, and they run the checkup. They ran the checkup. Oh, I'm tripping. They ran the checkup. Literally, our hotel was like 5 to 7 minutes away from the airport. Somehow, even at red lights, the thing, me and Josh was just looking at each other like, the thing kept going up even at a standstill. We ended up owing, what, $21 for a 5-minute ride.
5 minutes, y'all.
It was ridiculous.
It literally took no time at all for us to get from the airport to the strip. And you know what's even crazier?
What?
There was a quicker route, because I'm looking at my GPS talking about he should have made a left here, and then we would have been right at Bally's. But then he went straight, hit a stop sign.
And we told him we didn't want that, because remember he asked, do you guys want a little tour or something?
Yeah, you guys want
no,
the scenic route or you want the fast route? I was like, no, we want the fastest route, right? So then he takes us still on the scenic route, and it was still a very short scenic route. And then when we got out, he said $21, and I paid the $21 via the little machine in the back. And then as he was letting open the door, he was like, no tip? No tip.
Mind y'all, we are broke college students. We just made it to Vegas. So any extra little fees that we weren't aware of, like the baggage or a tip now after a $21 drive was like, yo.
It was.
Really?
I was like, that was the start of our financial L's.
Yes.
We took a lot of financial
We did
L's.
take a lot of L's on this trip, but it was still super fun.
Super fun time.
So we ended up checking into our hotel. We knew the room was going to be nice, but we didn't know the room was going to be this nice for, mind you, again, $55.
It was nice.
Y'all, so I don't know how many of you guys have seen the Vegas Strip or whatever, but there is like a mini Eiffel Tower for the Paris Hotel casino type thing. The Eiffel Tower was literally in our backyard, like our window.
You look out the window,
our hotel. It's in the background.
Yeah, it's like glowing perfectly.
Yes, it was freaking gorgeous.
It was beautiful.
We landed at night too, like in the evening. So we let our bags down, kind of explore, and Josh just actually remembered before we started the video that his friend was there with his family.
Nick.
So we actually hung out with him that night. He kind of showed us around, actually.
Kind of showed us around, and he hipped us to the fact that if you sat at slot machines or if you played the games, that you got free drinks.
Y'all.
Now we're 21 and we're trying to explore and experiment. So yes, there was drinking that took place.
Now this, I want to say though, EC was not a drinker like that at all. Y'all know, let's be 100, 1000, 1 milli. A lot of people drink before 21 years old being the legal age. I was not one of them.
Definitely not.
Yeah, like, so literally, and I think they still do it, but they're a little bit more cautious now of giving out free drinks.
They're a little more particular because they know a lot of people just kind of sit around and wait for it.
Yeah, because they have, well, it's not maids, but waitresses. Would you call them waitresses?
Yeah, and they're
walk
looking
around
for,
the
like,
casino the whole time.
And they work for tips. Obviously, they're probably hourly, but they also work for tips. And we weren't the best tippers.
We didn't have money like that, man.
We didn't have money like that. Now, I tipped the first time, and then she came back 2 more times.
Kept coming back.
But then after a while, the little waitress lady thought they're not tipping no more, and so she never came back. So we had to keep moving. But I think your drink of choice was strawberry daiquiri.
I loved slushy type drinks or like smoothie type alcoholic drinks. And the crazy thing is, because I really don't like alcohol, that's why I hadn't ever drank before prior to that in college or school, because the taste of alcohol is honestly disgusting. It's disgusting. But you couldn't really taste it in their drinks. So we were having a lot, just like hit me. So keep that in mind. We'll circle back to that.
That definitely impaired our judgment on the gambling side of things.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like we were drunk, though.
No, I don't think we're. But here's my thing. I still have suspicious theories about how we like got finessed into losing everything. So there was one night we went gamble crazy, right?
With a little bit of money we had.
I'm pretty sure like I had in my account. I'm pretty sure I had like maybe $200, a little over $200. That night I spent dang near $120.
Swear.
Yeah. Like go.
Hey, swear you had only $200 in your account?
Yeah. Go.
I know I paid for the hotel.
Yeah.
You paid for we all paid individually for our flights. But I didn't think I don't remember your bank account being that
like
low.
I said, we had no business being in Vegas.
But still,
we were making it work. So then we're sitting down, we're gambling, whatever. She is like a sorcerer for some reason. That whole trip, you were like she was just like having fun guessing, and she was getting it right. Meanwhile,
I don't think I was gambling.
No, you weren't. You were just guessing.
I'm funny about my money, okay?
And so I was just over here like trying to be strategic. Obviously, the know-it-all smarty in me was like trying to calculate, like, okay, if it hit this number, then maybe it won't hit that. You know, how many times did it hit black? Like, what's the pattern?
Roulette table is what he's talking about, for those who don't know. I think all the hotels actually have a casino on the first level. So literally we go to our room to downstairs, and that's all she wrote. Yeah. But yeah, we got caught up at the roulette table.
Caught up at the roulette table. Everything was going good. Like, I was doing a little bit of winning at first.
You talking about the first night? We're still on like the first night.
Yeah, the first night. It was all good that first night. I actually ended up making money the first night.
Okay.
I made like 40 or something bucks the first night. But I didn't have drinks. I didn't have drinks. Now when the second night, that's when
we were having drinks every night though, babe.
Not during that time when I was at that table.
Okay. So yeah, that night pretty much ended with us kind of dibble-dabbling in gambling. We had a couple drinks, toured the strip just a little bit. I wouldn't even say toured. Just like went across the street kind of with his friend, and he was kind of showing us where to go, where some cool things to do. Hipped us to the drinks thing in particular. And yeah, we went to sleep, started the next day. That was our first full day there. And that was our day that we really explored the strip. We
went into, I want to say 4 or 5 different hotels
/ casinos.
And that was like our entire day, because if you haven't been to Vegas, understand that every hotel has a mall, a casino, restaurants, a resort inside of it, a spa inside of it. Like, it's expansive. Every single one. There's like, what, 7, 8, 10?
On the strip?
How many hotels were there? There's
way more than that.
No.
You talking about that we toured that day, or period?
Period. And it's not that many.
They have Bally's, the Bellagio, Paris, Venetian, Treasure Island is the other way, like Mirage or whatever.
Yes.
There's a lot more, because we have the Pyramid, MGM Casino / hotel. Babe, come on now. I named how many really fast.
That's what I'm saying. They are huge.
Stratosphere.
The Stratosphere was on top of the hotel.
Planet
Hollywood. That's one. I'm telling you, there's probably like 12.
Somebody look it up and let us know in the comment section below, because I'm pretty positive there's more than just 12 hotels. But what was the point of you saying that?
They're all massive.
Oh yeah, they are all huge.
So like, in order to get through all of them, you need multiple days.
We didn't know that though.
We didn't know
Going into it, we were very amateur. So we were trying to knock everything out in one day. It didn't work.
One day, yeah. And when I say like, it's even weirder because like, the city in itself feels like an entire, like, an island of just indulgence. You know? It felt like everybody was so happy. Even the homeless people were still kind of smiling. They were cracking jokes.
Not forget about their signs are priceless. Vegas homeless people signs are priceless. What was the one guy? He said something like his wife left him for a ninja or some. Oh, it was so funny. I don't remember.
Yeah, his wife left him for a ninja, and he needs money for training. That's what it said. It was pretty funny. And like, I mean, there were some talented homeless people too. Honestly, that whole place was filled with like
life. It's just life.
Even the homeless people were like full of life, which is crazy. But there's also like some risque stuff, which is why I know why you have to be. Normally, they say you should be an adult when you go to Vegas on the strip, because like there was women,
half naked women.
And when I say half naked, I really mean
dang near
top up naked.
Yeah.
Half of them was naked, and they were just going around saying, "You want a picture for $20 or something?" I'm like, no. Then, oh my gosh, then you got your hood entrepreneurs.
Did you just think of the dude that was trying to get us like to go to his events and stuff? Remember the black dude that stopped us?
I'm not thinking about him, but I definly know about him.
Are you talking about the weed? You talking about them? He got so many of those.
We're holding hands walking by. All these dudes did was walk real close and kind of like gray shoulders and then just say, "I got that loud," and just keep moving. Did they think that I was gonna turn around and like hunt them down? And I hated the promoters. They would take the little cards and slap them
in your face. Yeah.
And like try and catch your attention.
Very
and
aggressive.
Slap it and like, oh, you want to go to this event? You want to go to this? Like everybody's trying to sell you like an experience.
Yeah.
Then there was that dude that tried to sell us the experience that was like, oh, we can take you on a limo,
rooftop thing,
take you to the rooftop of the Paris Tower. Then we'll take you to the strip club. Because we got naked women all day on the bottom floor, naked men all day on the top floor. I remember that. I'm like, bro, you obviously don't.
Yeah, that wasn't for us. It wasn't for us.
Like, it's just not for us. So like that day was long. We had to get like acclimated to what Vegas looked like. Not to mention super hot. Didn't realize we were for real like out dang near in the desert. And
like we keep saying, we were broke, okay, y'all. So each meal we tried to like eat it together. I know we went to that Chinese place that was actually really good.
Yeah.
And we shared that plate. Then we like hit up McDonald's sometimes. We also went to that burger joint. And I remember us being pissed that he didn't tell us the cheese was an extra like $1 or $2. Remember that?
It was $2
we got our
for
bill.
a slice of cheese, and I was really upset because he offered the cheese as if it was free.
Like it came with the burger.
Oh yeah, you trying to throw some cheese on there too? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? You know, throw some cheese on the burger. And come to find out, we got
$2 hurts when you're broke.
Like,
man,
it was the principle. We were lied to.
And the burger, I don't even think hit like that.
We
was just hungry.
Whoever invented Vegas is smart because you have a casino, right? You win some money, you get happy. What do? You walk around the same casino and you spend money on the mall, the amenities, the food. Like the money you make, if you don't leave the strip immediately, you're just gonna give it right back to the strip, which is why the money just never leaves the strip, which is so crazy.
Yep. So yeah, we did a lot of walking that day. We made it to New York. That's another hotel. New York, which has like the roller. I think that's not the only roller coaster, but we made it to New York, and we both like roller. Well, sometimes you act like you don't like roller coasters.
I do like roller coasters, but you just...
I like the front. I'm the front.
You really want to sit dead in the front, look death in the face, and like, come on, let's go first.
Yes.
Be the first ones over the hill. Sometimes I like being on the, second row, third row.
Anyway, we walking the strip. Oh, that's you. Getting drinks here and there. Ended up getting a really tall margarita.
It was like a slushie.
Yeah, like slushy. It was a guitar type thing. I think I still have it in my room at home. But it was huge. We shared that. Mind you, still not really acknowledging how much alcohol we're consuming.
I thought, like, everything didn't taste like it had alcohol in it. It was just like slushies, sweet stuff. And I was like, oh, these drinks are dope. Like, and the names didn't say like alcohol. And if the names just said like Tahiti Treat or something like that, so we're like, all right, cool.
But I think that they put somewhere that it was alcohol.
Yeah, somewhere on that side. We just weren't paying attention. We were just trying to enjoy the day, enjoy the moments.
So I don't remember if it was that night. We're kind of jumbling everywhere, y'all, because this was 4 years ago. So we're trying to remember different stuff. I don't know if it was on the second night, but there was a night that we did get all dressed up, cute and stuff. We were like, this was after walking the whole strip.
Oh,
this is where we messed up. You can't be walking the whole strip in the day with burning hot heat and then proceed to go out later that evening to the club
and think that you're gonna have the energy.
Exactly, because because we were broke, we weren't trying to Uber or Lyft or whatever. We walked everywhere. And my dumb self decided to wear heels that night. But like Ray Shrimmer.
Yeah, we went to this club called One Oak because we were told that, one, we could get in free.
We got on somebody's list.
Yeah, someone put us on the guest list.
Promoters
Put on the guest list. They said Ray Shrimmer was going to be there and perform. So we were like, all right, cool. If we can get in for free, cool. So we got in. Everything was all good.
No seating.
When we got in there, every seat was assigned to a section, and you couldn't sit in that section unless you came off some serious bread. And we're like, well,
we ain't got no
I guess
bread.
We're standing.
Man.
You got one free drink. We indulged in that one free drink.
Yeah.
And then it was water from there on out.
Dude didn't show up on time though.
Yeah, long story short, we stayed there till about 1. And
was it 1,
dude didn't show up till like 2.
You sure it was
Yes,
1?
we stayed till 1 because we were sitting there like, oh, I mean, we want to see him perform. That's why we're here. Every moment that went by, we were like, I want to leave, but I'm gonna be salty if we leave. And right when we leave, he show up. After a while, we were like, nah.
And it was one of those clubs too that like people weren't really dancing; they were people watching.
Yes.
We're the type that like to go to the club and like actually dance and turn up and have fun. But the energy just wasn't there. So we didn't end up doing it. I do remember also before we even showed up to the club, we looked so nice. We ended up getting our picture drawn, like animation form by one of the people on the strip.
Yeah.
They have a lot of different artists and stuff on the strip. Yeah, cartoonists, which was really nice. And yeah, I remember us leaving the club, I guess around 1 or whatever. I want to say I took off my heels, and I think you might have piggybacked me for a while.
For a little while.
And we went to McDonald's because we was hungry.
And it
was a long walk back to the hotel because that was significantly far from Bally's.
One Oak was significantly far.
To walk. And we walked there too.
We walked everywhere.
Oh, we were so broke. What else did we do?
The third day we were so tired, we literally chilled the entire day.
Well, I had a hangover.
Yeah, you didn't realize what a hangover was.
I never had a hangover before. Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
She had a headache, a stomach ache.
It was literally because we consume so many. Did you have a hangover or it was just me?
It was just you because I was drinking water.
Okay, yeah. And I wasn't drinking no water in between either. So literally since we landed to day 3, we were drinking and didn't even realize it. And I had the worst headache ever. I don't even remember showering that day. I feel like we stayed in our pajamas for the most part. We did make it downstairs to gamble for some reason though.
We always made it a point to gamble at least. Like we were in Vegas and we were like, we're gonna gamble. Obviously, we're gonna try it out. We had a set aside fund. Now granted, ended up blowing my set aside fund that one night where we just
usually I would only play with like $5 or $10 and then get scared and pull out.
She'd double up. She'd go either red or black, and if you don't know roulette, if you go on red or black, if it hits red, then you double your money. If you picked red, if you hit black, when it hits black,
you lose your money.
Yeah, okay. So so she would just play with that. Now I got a little experimental with like the first, third, second, third, but we're not gonna go into all the rules of roulette. All I know is that whatever she picked was right, and whatever I picked was wrong. And then there was this point of time. This is where it got interesting, because then I started going off of hers, and it hit black 3 times in a row. And so I had, at that point, I want to say $80 left.
In your bank account?
$80 left from my spending, because I had gone up a little bit, but I also come back down. So then at that point I had about $80. It hit black 3 times, and I was like, it's gonna hit red. So I put $10 on red, it hit black again. That's weird. So I lost my money, I waited a couple turns, hit black again, hit black again. So now we're sitting at 7 times black. So I'm like, got to hit red this time. Got to. Black 7 times in a row. Odds are, has to be red. So I'm like, let's do it. Put another 10 on red, hits black again. Now I'm shocked. 8 times in a row, black. You would think that someone would be like, let me hop on the wave and just join black real quick and get my money back. Nope. The odds in me was saying it's gonna
hit black again. Yeah.
It can't.
Yeah.
It can't. And it would be my luck that I pick black when I think it's gonna hit black again, and it hits red. So then it hits black again. I lose another $10. I'm at $50 now. I'm salty because now it has hit black. I'm black, 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 black.
We got it, babe.
All right. So then we're sitting at like black number 12 in a row. And I'm sitting here salty because I still, in my head, I'm like, it's got to hit red. So I put another $10 on it. It's got to hit red. black again. I lose that. Now I'm down to $40. I'm salty, I have to recover. It hits black for a 14th time. The odds have never been higher in my favor, ever. I'm going all in. I took the $40 I had left, shoved it in the machine, and put it all on red. I said, it's gonna hit red, and I'm gonna make all my money back and walk away from this machine. You sure did say that.
You sure did say that.
We're just gonna make my money back, and I'm gonna walk away. Hurts. Sure enough, hits black for a 15th time in a row. I just turn and look at.
I want to say this part so bad.
Go ahead.
Literally, I kid you guys not. It's like a movie scene. As soon as it hit black, Josh turns his whole body towards me and says, I lost it all.
I lost it all.
And his face was just so serious and so distraught. I could not stop laughing. To this day, we still laugh about that because he genuinely lost all of his money.
All of it.
On this black hitting 15 times.
I was so hurt.
This is what Vegas does to you.
It was so hurt. And after that day, I understood why there were so many homeless people in Vegas. They just went and blew it all. Risked it all.
Yes.
In the name of the come up, the quick come up. And you know what's here? Here's the funny capper to that, right?
What?
We go, like, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
No money, it's over, right? I have to, like, lick my wounds. We're going back up to the hotel room. Tell me why 2 doors before we get back, there's a $20 bill on the ground. I peep it real quick.
Nobody else was really around like that.
Well, only 2 in the hallway. Peep it real quick, scoop it up. We get excited. We're like, oh, we got some money, we got some money. Got excited. Tell me why, instead of going to the room, at least ending the night on being a winner, we go back downstairs and lose that $20.
That could have been our dinner, man.
It could have been our dinner that night. It could have been.
Oh my gosh.
Lost that too. It was tragic. It was tragic. And that was like right before we took off. Oh, the next day we had like, oh, they tried to hit us with the timeshare offer.
Oh, yeah.
God, they always try and hit you with a timeshare offer. You got
everywhere you go,
a whole week free if you come back and like
within a year or something.
Yeah, sit through our presentation. And like, nah, I'm not finna sit here and let you try and bog me down for a timeshare. So then we go back to the airport. Another financial L with that taxi because we did not know the power of Uber back then for some odd reason. I don't know why we weren't hip to it back then.
I don't either.
But we definitely got finessed again for the taxi. And then the icing on the cake. Y'all, I had $50 to my name. $50 to my name. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, we paid for bags on the way there, so I'm assuming it was a there and back kind of thing.
Yeah, like a round trip
Just like the ticket was there and back, right? So then no. To my surprise, right, we get back on the airport little runway thing, and then they say it's another $40. And I just sit there for a second, because after all the financial L's that I've taken, for them to take the last $40. For them, as if they screwed you over. like their rules aren't implemented. We just didn't read. Nah. It caught me by surprise too, y'all. I was hurt too. I wasn't hurting like him, but I was like, yo, I thought we already paid for the bag. That's so hard. It's and then paying there and back. I was so salty. I was salty for a good 15 minutes post paying for the bag. What did you said haymaker? Oh, y'all, this man had me dying. We're walking down the hallway and she's talking about like, why are you so upset? I was so mad. I said, you're taking financial haymakers. And he started swinging at the air in the middle of the airport. Just upset, upset, swinging at air, punching air, man. Trying to figure out how I went to this beautiful place and lost everything. Everything. I barely had anything going in. But when I tell you I came back with nothing. Oh my gosh. You came back with me. Yeah, great memories. Yeah, and memories forever, babe. But I was broke. Yeah. I had full intentions of coming back a richer man than what I left. You really believed it, didn't you? Really believed it. Yeah, I know you did. I said with my smarts. You're the type. I'm the type you really win. I'm the type to win big. You really thought. Go back. No. Long story short, y'all, if you don't have a plan going into Vegas, you're gonna leave broke. You think so? Broke. I do feel like I had a set
amount of money that I wasn't gonna go over. I've always been very good with my money. I like it too much to just be playing with it aimlessly.
I was not good with money.
I loved that trip. To this day, in my book, that's still probably the funnest trip we've ever gone on together.
Yeah, it's probably one of the funnest trips we've ever gone on.
So I feel like the moral of the story also is like, it kind of doesn't matter how rich you are. If you're with someone that you love and you have fun with, y'all are gonna have a blast regardless.
We definitely made that something to remember.
It was very, very fun.
Beautiful moment, and we were still kind of fresh.
Oh yeah, we had been together for a year by then. There's obviously like other little details we've forgotten or left out, but that was kind of like the gist of it.
Yeah,
that was our first trip together.
Our first trip together, which was a dope thing. We had other trips. I mean, now we've had more trips under our belt.
But I don't feel like we've had enough vacations though. Other trips have kind of been business trips.
Yeah.
Or
we're gonna have more vacations once things start opening back up. Obviously, the quarantine's kind of messing with us. We actually did have plans to do a lot of traveling.
Oh yeah.
Before
it all got canceled.
Before Rona came and canceled all that, we were gonna take y'all on the adventures too. We were gonna vlog it and everything. So it's still to come. We got more stuff coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we got for you guys today.
If any of you guys have any like stories you want to share in the comment section below of your first time traveling with your significant other, we would love to see that, for you to contribute those, because I like reading those type of little stories too. Yeah, I guess that's all we have for you guys.
That's all we have for you guys today. Be sure to stay tuned. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit that bell button, you probably haven't if you haven't hit the subscribe button, but hit that bell button too while you're at it, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell button so you're notified every time we post, because we post very often. And if you don't already know, I am Hydrated Hero. She is African Beauty. Together we are Josh and Easy. Now you can follow one of us. You can follow two of us. You can follow all three of us. You might as well follow all three of us, because we are happy, healthy, and hydrated on all three. But other than that, y'all, until we meet again.
Peace, love, hair grease, and we out.
Right there.
Right there. I'm looking at it. Subscribe. You want to click that button.
You know you
click it.
Also, check this video out
right here.
Might as well.
That's quality.
Quality.
Right
Quality
there.
content.
That's quality.
And
of course,
you might as well be right here.
You might as well
be right there.
Because this one's quality too. All this
quality.
You click anything you want.
Quality.